Walk on the road. Walk right side, safe. Walk left side, safe. Walk middle. Sooner or later, get the squish, just like grape.
You stole my heart, you intercepted it. Now you're gone, have to accept it. Did I meet your mom too soon? Or did I do what I always do? Yeah, we made it to the 50, and then you kissed me. We made it to the 40, a new love story. We made it to the 30, and you did me dirty right then. You put the end in tight end, and as I touched down, just like you in a game, I'm in another town, and nothing feels the same. Wish I could go back when we met that day. Oh, whoa, and throw a flag on the play. If all of the kings had their queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast.
So waiting
to all of the queens who are fighting alone, baby, you're not dancing on your own.
Let's go.
Without me, you wanna, but you get my mana. Think it's funny, but honey, can't run the show on your own. I can feel my body shake, there's only so much I can take. I'll show you how a real queen behaves. No damsel in distress, don't need to save me. Once I start breathing fire, you can't tame me. And you might think I'm weak without a sword, but if I had one, it'd be bigger than yours. If all of the kings had their queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast to all of the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own.
She's the queen and I'm just lucky to get close to the throne. I'm not worthy, but she's taking me home. Yeah. No damsel in distress, don't need to save her. She's a goddess, I would never try to change her. She knows she got my world inside of her palm, but she can have whatever she wants.
All of the kings had their queens on the throne. We would pop champagne and raise a toast to all of the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own.
Let's go. I'm a queen, I'm a boss, I'm a brat. Hella independent, I get this, I get that. Shout out to the girls from the burp to the trap. I don't need a man for shit, put myself on the map. Oh, and they thought I was done. I ain't even hit my peak and I'm still on the run. I'm like Lolo on the lap, how I'm running the track. Only time I see L's in a luxury tax. And my whole team when they post a pic just because they're like, oh, she chillin'. $1,000,000 deals and my lipstick silly. I need acrylic nails, I don't need no critics. So witty gon' glow, so witty gon' shine. Circle full of tens, I don't see no nines. My name on they lips, my name on they mind. How I take it from the block to the Hollywood sign.
All of the kings had their queens on the throne. We would pop champagne and raise a toast to all of the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own.
Hail to the chat. We're gonna play another intro and then we'll get to the stream. Interesting night tonight. Let me just say hi to the chat before I play one more intro. My good friend Value Law with the racist emoji. Well, that was mean of you. JV Stylo says hi. Ligovich says I'm trying to watch the EBS stream, watching you. How dare you stream now? This is my time slot. I can do that. I was given this time slot by the government. I'm allowed. I'm absolutely allowed. But that's what the replays are for. So if you don't want to watch this stream, you want to check over there, go for it. It's fine. I'm totally down. Just as long as you watch the replay and give me the engagement. Sure, why not? Okay. Her early and not gay, says JAB Styler. I try to be on time. I think stream time is always good. I learned that from Testify HD, my good friend Testify HD. Woodrow says, just so that Jake and Mike face off, Mike slapped Jake. Oh, this the boxing. Oh, that's right, it's tonight. Oh, wow, okay. Shit. I guess I'll have to watch that in the replay or something. Yes, I have a special guest on the stream tonight. I'll bring him on after the next intro, but just catching up on the chat. This video is hilarious. You're referring to the one I just played. It is. Hello, Suzanne, my good friend. How are you? Welcome. Good to see you here. Massive Panda says, what's going on? Elasman, glad I didn't get here too late to miss the intro. It's always a good intro. And I got your actually, you know what, Massive Panda? You know what? I'm going to do this for you. You owe me reparations for that. So there you go. Caracol's committing table violence again as usual because I can't stream in peace. Nikovich is going back and forth between my stream and EVS's stream. Fair, very fair. Okay. Let's see here. Audio's low. Oh crap. Crap. Okay, hold on. I just got, you know what? I got talking to the mic because I have echo cancellation on, so I got talking to the mic. So that's what it is. Okay. Yeah. See, I got you. My lovely lady Shadowban is here supporting me. Appreciate that. Let's see. And she says, hail to the chat. Hail to our beautiful people in the chat. And before I bring my special guest on, before I do that, let's play one more intro. And you know which intro I'm going to play is my... Well, no words.
TSWGGG. She's got her boot, she smashes his face into the ground, She throws the glass at his face and it cuts him. Just on top of all of the torture, after all the shit she did to that rod up that cunt's ass. After all the shit she did to you, are you fucking kidding me? This bitch goes fucking ham. And she likes it. Bam, bitch. 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 Guess what? Shit's about to get real. And yeah, get your panties in a fucking twist about this. Women are fucking evil. Men are evil too, but there are some fucking things that women will do and go the extra mile for that come. She's got her boot, she smashes his face into the ground. Yes, sexy time is the best way to do it. Like, bitch, come on. Like, bitch, come on. Princess Fuckface, is a fucking cunt. Like, bitch, and she likes it. Bam, bitch. 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 Guess what? Shit's about to get real. This is the way that you beg me to fuck you. Beg me to fuck you. Guess sexy time is the best way to do it. Like, bitch, come on. Like, bitch, come on. Princess Fuckface, is a fucking cunt. Like, bitch, and she likes it. Bam, bitch. 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 Guess what? I'm a motherfucking shit. Come because they want his bodily fluids. That's yeah. I guess sexy time is the best way to do it. Special hero juices. TSWGGG.
And there she goes, throwing more tables. Oh, no, that's not a table. You're throwing Lady Shadow Man. Well, she kind of likes that, so I guess that's fair. I suppose. I don't know. Yeah. So I understand tonight's gonna be. I understand certain circumstances are making tonight's stream a little not special, but different. So I understand about the lower viewership tonight. So feel free to, if you don't watch it live, feel free to watch it in replay. Just give me the engagement. I always appreciate the engagement. So definitely come in later and enjoy it. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. But yes, hail to the chat, hail to everybody, and let me bring in my special guest because he'll be of great help, and hopefully he will keep his pog obsession in check. Do you promise to do that, Helmet, my good friend?
Yeah, guten Abend, meine Freunde, erstmal. And thank you for having me in Casa del Blato, my friend.
Casa del Blato. Whatever that means, I'll accept it.
Blato is a duck.
Oh, come on. You know what, already? Damn it.
Just give me that one joke, and I behave. I promise.
Okay. Well, see, now she's laughing at me.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Why are you here? Why are you torturing yourself on my stream, Helmet? Why are we doing that?
Oh, we had a private conversation, and I told you that I would really like to talk with you about comics, because it seems that nowadays the indie comic sphere is more about drama and being an asshole, and not about comics.
Well, I like the. So you know what's funny about tonight's pick, Gary Figari, is it says when I looked him up, he was called the Mysterious Artist, and that kind of drew me in, because there's something about that. It's like I wish, I'll be honest with you, when I joined the scene 6-7 years ago, I wish that I came in quieter, not as how do you say, guns blazing, gung ho, but I kind of wish that I was a bit more, not anonymous, but not out there. Not that it's a bad thing, I guess, but if I had to choose my druthers, I would go ahead and not, I guess, maybe anonymous. Who knows? I don't know. You can't really be fully anonymous if you're a comic book creator, but mysterious is a good thing. The less people know about you, the better these days. And I am committing to at some point just going back or just laying low a bit and just letting my work speak, letting my videos, my streams speak, and just do that. So that's where I'm at. Oh, my good friend Colin Lamping, he says, well, if it isn't the culture appropriator, no, sir, listen to me, sir. Listen to me. I'm protected. Okay? I'm protected. I really am.
Is it because you watched white people Christmas movies with your better half?
Well, okay. Well, first of all, you can't tell me that there isn't and something inside of you that has a yearning or an inkling to like watch one of those movies and just be like, you know what? Let me just get it out the way. And then you're like, well, you know what? I don't know why, but I enjoyed it, but I shouldn't because it's junk food entertainment, but it's fun or not. I don't know.
I only have one Christmas movie I watch at Christmas time, and that's Christmas Vacation.
Okay, so is my audio still low, guys? I mean, I'm looking at my what's up?
I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I know you hear me, but I just want to make sure that the people out in the chat can hear me. So you guys let me know if my audio is low or not, because I see the rings around my avatar, and it's showing that I have some decibel levels to it. Being mysterious is kind of impossible thing now. You know what? You would think so, but there is a certain way you can achieve that. But you have to know that early on. You can't just go in gung ho and then say, okay, now it's time to be mysterious. You gotta have to like do your research and then go in the back.
Your cowl is off, Mr. Wayne. We know who you are.
Oh, damn it. Even I don't have that yearning, but I'll do it for you, last man. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but you talk about the movie. Yeah. So, well, we talked about watching one of those kind of movies for the season, so for Christmas. So why not?
You know what also is a Christmas movie? I
Die
found
Hard.
that out a few months ago. The Long Kiss Goodnight with Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson
Really?
is a Christmas movie,
Oh, interesting.
and it's a good one.
Well, I guess I have to. Well, I guess I'll check it out because I didn't know that. That's like wow. It's a. Well, do you think Gremlins is also a Christmas movie?
Oh yes, yes.
I'm kind of leaning towards that too. I think it is a Christmas movie.
Just remember the Kremlin staying at the door and singing Christmas carols.
Oh
That's
yeah, absolutely. How could you not?
yeah.
So you know who this guy is, right? Gary Figari.
Yeah, we talked about that.
In the back, yes, we had some very colorful conversations in the back, and Helmet was threatening me with pog violence and all that stuff. I was fearful for my life, but ultimately I gained his trust and he gained my confidence. So here we are talking about Gary Figari, who is described as well. We'll just read this from lambiek.net, but let's look at a little bit of his artwork here. When I showed this to Helmet, what did you say when I showed you this, the artwork?
That it's very Robert Crumpish.
Robert Crumbish, and we have divided the comments in the chat with the he's doing the emojis. Damn it. No. I'm trying to run a serious stream here and you're putting emojis in me. That's not right. Oh, my good friend Kirby's in chat. Hell, Kirby, welcome. Welcome. My mentor, Kirby. Hell. But you said wait, I'm sorry. What did you say again it was?
I said the first thing that came to my mind looking at his artwork is it's very Robert Crumpish.
Yes, exactly. And they were were they peers? No, I think Gary. Well, he started doing his work in the 70s, I believe. Yeah, because he was doing his late work in the 70s. So yeah, I don't know if he was contemporaries with Crumb, but he definitely was inspired by Crumb for sure. And you can see he has his own little spin on his, especially with the females. You can tell the style of the artist by how they draw their females' faces and how they draw the females. How they draw the females. Period. So.
Yeah, it's not so much the main protagonists of Mr. Figari's works that reminds me of Robert Crumb. It's the way he draws women.
Let me ask you this, Helmet. Are you a Gary Larson fan?
Who is this?
Gary Larson?
I'm German. You have to explain everything to me.
He's a cartoonist. He's also he did the Far Side strips.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, guy in his room. I'm sorry.
See, so here in this space, we don't judge you if you don't know who the artists are, because the whole point of these streams is for you to learn it, so that you can see the influences, inspirations, and especially with me, like why I do what I do, why I draw how I draw, and why I create what I create. So you can see my influences, and you can see the spirit of where it's coming from, because not all art has to be a certain way. And I've always said this: the market decides, the people decide what art is and what art isn't. It is up to them to decide if that particular art piece has legacy. It's called respecting the chat. Respect on the chat. Good night. Respecting the customers, the market.
The thing also is the Europeans are now discovering all the underground stuff.
They have a good handle on it. Like the some that I've done, I've been very impressed with it, especially the German underground scene.
Yeah, it's thriving, and that's a good thing.
So this is Gary Larson's stuff for Far Side, as you can see.
Okay, I know this art. I've seen his art. I didn't know his name, but yeah, I like that humoresque stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see his style through all of his work.
Yes. This is a slight deviation from what we were talking about, but it's okay because it's still comic related and it's still inspirational. So sorry about what? Wait, who's sorry? Oh, he's saying that he's asking if you're sorry. He's saying you better be sorry. Well, he learned Helmet learned tonight. Helmet has gained.
I don't pretend to know everything about American comics because I don't.
Okay, so yeah, back to Gary Figari. So that was a great derailment. I will allow the derailment. And I think Garrett, I should do Gary Larson, but Gary Larson's more mainstream than anything. But I don't know. I'll look into him because Far Side is
Did,
such an iconic comic strip.
didn't the other Gary work for Matt magazine?
You mean
Because I
Gary?
think I saw that in Mad magazines.
I don't know. I'll find out. He probably did. You know, let me check right now since we're talking about it before we go further into Figari. Let's see. So Gary Larson, he said Mad Magazine, right? Let's see. Did he do Mad Magazine? He may have. Let's see. And if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you. I actually had a couple of subscribers today join my channel.
Congrats, my friend.
So no, he didn't work on Mad Magazine, but he was inspired by it. It says so. He got that inspiration from Mad. That's weird though.
Maybe his work reminds me of the work of Sergio Aragones, who did work for Mad magazine.
Okay. Well, I mean, a lot of it's connected in terms of like how they inspired each other. They rub off each other. So, Guy in his room says, Helmet reads comics while eating sauerkraut and schnitzel. Is that true, Helmet?
Mostly I don't eat anything when I read comics because I want to preserve them. I'm kind of that guy.
KSS says, I'm as inspirational as Lord Raptor Jesus is entertaining. By the way, this is the king of the slums. So if he says that, it must be so.
Who? KSS is the king
Yeah.
of the slums?
Yeah, he's the leader. He's the emperor of the slums, actually. Oh, wait,
Never
is he the
knew.
emperor or the king?
Never knew that, but I bow down in front of your highness, my lord.
Absolutely. She said, "Lady, shut up." I'm gonna be stuck with Hallmark movies thanks to Elasmat. That is called a good problem to have. So, Kay says Elasmat has inspired me to always pronounce names like Helmut properly.
That's a good
I will
thing.
allow that. Yes. Well, no, in fairness, I've been calling you Helmut for the last 3 or 4 years, and you didn't correct me. You have the right to correct me if I'm saying your name wrong. I won't take it personal. Well, I will, but I won't take it personal.
The funny thing is, Elasmet, you know my real name for a long time, since the Elassi days, and you never addressed me with my real name. You always talk to Helmut and not to my real name.
I'll be honest. I think I forgot your real name. I'll be honest with you. I think I did. So
Yeah, fun fact, it's a Italian name because my father is from Italy.
I remember. I remember you saying that. I was like, oh wow. It's like you're not even full blooded German. I'm so disappointed. Damn it.
Yeah.
It's like choose the purity. Which one you want to be pure, and let's roll with that one.
I'm skinwalking as a German, kind of, but my mother is from Germany.
You like me are a mutt. That's what we call it.
A mutt, yes.
So
A bastard.
Oh no. I was okay with mutt. You didn't have to go that far, but it's okay. I will allow it. Guidance Zoom says I didn't get him in the chat nominees. Referring to cases. Time to do a 5 hour stream raging about that. Oh no. Yeah, that's the thing now. Like if you don't get recognized in a non-existent award in a chat by fans, it's cause to like do 5-6 hour rage streams. I don't know. I find it ridiculous, but I guess that's a thing, So I don't know.
Is this did this already happen, or is it coming, the stream about
Oh
those?
no, I think it's coming. I think it's this weekend. Yeah. So you might want to stay tuned for the notifications on that. So
Yeah, I couldn't think about anything more interesting than watching that. Yes.
I have a feeling that's gonna be ground zero.
You think?
I really think so. It's gonna be a ground zero thing, like pure spurgery on all levels on that day.
No.
NASA Panda says, I see a little Sergio in this.
Yeah, Sergio Aragones
Yes.
was his name, I think.
I'm gonna probably I'm gonna type him in my list and do him next week. I think it's a good idea. Sergio Aragones. Okay. Nice. Okay.
You will like him. You will like him, Elasmat. You will like his art.
Yeah. I mean, I like Gary Figar already, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna like Sergio. I'm being colored here. This creature reminds me of the old Muzzy cartoon. Wow. Yeah. Have you ever seen Muzzy?
What is that?
So so Muzzy was the cartoon. It was an animated feature movie, like about an hour and 10 minutes long. It was made by the British government specifically to teach immigrants how to speak English, right? and it was so
Oh, a racist cartoon?
no, so it's actually a cartoon about an alien that comes from space. So what happens is this: it was written in a way so that certain words, the words are like emphasized to help the memory aspect of learning a certain language. So it was so successful with the immigrants that they translated it in different languages. So if you wanted to learn a language and you watch the Muzzy cartoon on a specific language, it's designed to teach you how to say certain words and what have you. So it's like, well, okay, so it's a way to teach you how to speak a different language. So
They should do that again. That's a really good idea to bring foreign or immigrant kids into the language.
yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. So, guidance says, yeah, it's not a guy that likes Hallmark movies. Run now. So, no, I don't. Okay, so with the Hallmark stuff, here's the thing. It's a guilty pleasure. It's like if it comes on and I'm feeling a certain way, I'll watch it, and I'm like, yeah, this. I'll cringe at some parts because it really is just like it's junk food. It's like you watch it, like people don't do this. People don't act this way. This is not reality. And look, all movies aren't reality, but then there's some that are just like unbelievably fake and
I, I, I
superficial.
I have a take on that. I think
That
the Hallmark movies are telenovelas for white people.
they are. Yeah, I was saying this to Lady Shadowman. Hold on, I'm eating my food. Hold on.
But telenovelas were more interesting because the women were hotter.
Oh yeah, and the novellas were very exaggerated, which is why they were fun to watch. So I grew up on those and I loved it.
You will laugh about that fun fact, but Italians watch telenovelas very often.
Oh, it's popular in other countries too.
Yeah, yeah, it's very popular in Italy. My old aunts watch that stuff the whole time.
What was your favorite one?
Oh, there was one with a woman's name. Uh,
That's most of them.
yeah, that's not helping. I know.
There was Marimad. There was what was the other one? Shit, there was one called Cristal. There was one called what was that one? Burrito Rodriguez. There was Burrito Rodriguez. I'm trying to find out what that one is called. I could. Oh no, we're deviating from this. We can talk about that later. I will send you some information on later on that one. Master Panda says, "Oh wait, I didn't read KSS's comment. He's the king of the slums. I need to read his comment. I am the king of the slums. I have led my people, the Slumites, to the land of nuts and honey, and they were great nuts and honey. KSS, absolutely great nuts and honey. Let's see. Master Panda says, I remember they used to show us Muzzy in Spanish in elementary school Spanish class. Muzzy was kind of trippy. I watched that movie a lot because I was trying to get my child to my son to learn Spanish. So I would sit with him and we would watch it together. I think I enjoyed it more than he did. So, yeah. So okay, let's go down more to the chat. We got let's see here. I didn't see it though, just commercials. Yeah, I heard about it through the commercials too. And I said, you know what, this might be a good idea for my because I ordered the Muzzy DVD package that came with a stuffed animal. So it was lots of fun. I enjoyed it anyway. But that stuffed animal now is gone to time and space. Uh, so Divinity Comics, he bought their own printing their own printers. So now they're gonna be printing their own comics, which is that's good. That is called leveling up.
that's a
Leveling
good
up.
business decision.
Yes.
Congrats.
Yes. Instead of blowing the money, we invested to make ourselves more independent. No one tells us what to do now. Hell, that is true independence. You can create. See, that's the thing I love with myself is I do my book, which is almost finished. I do a page a day, and I have like a few pages left. It is almost done, so I'm very excited about it. But I do my work. You know, I don't answer to anybody. I don't have a team. I just do it at my own and go at my own pace and a reasonable pace, so I'm not dragging my feet. But I love the independence of it, and I only answer to my customers, my core, my fan base, and they've been good to me. So I definitely appreciate all of those that have been supportive of what I do. You know, so hail to you guys in the market, hail to the customers, hail to the fans, hail to the chat. My mom is German. This Kansas says my dad is German. We have the papers because we had to. Yes.
So many Germans or guys with German ancestry in our space. That's interesting.
That is interesting. Oh, this is for This is for you. I like how Helmut comes off as so laid back, but the chat is so brutal to Yanzi.
Hey,
Give us some Yanzi stuff. What did you say about Yanzi? Well, actually, no. Hold on. Let me backtrack a bit. This is all kayfabe. They say shit about people on stream, male and female, so we're not attacking nobody. Go ahead. What did you say?
I said she is a hobgoblin.
Oh, damn it. All
Yeah,
right.
but I don't think it was too harsh. To be honest, my only problem with her is that she comes off as not a good person, and I have a problem with the overall stuff in CG, so I lump her in. It's nothing personal or something. It's always a little bit of kayfabing when I'm in the chat. I'm
Yeah.
usually a laid back and nice guy. Believe me.
No, no, listen, I've talked to you in person, and people can tell you. I tell you to people is that you are definitely laid back. There's no you do come off harsh, but that's part of the shtick. But
Yeah, that's a shtick.
this is who
Yeah,
Helmut
that's
is at this
Helmut,
point.
not the guy behind Helmut.
Exactly, and that's same thing with me. Like I am a certain way to stream, but you get me in person, it's like it's a whole different thing. It really is. So let's go down further. Oh, okay. Let me just give the quick plug for Divinity Comics. He says, fulfillment on our campaigns begins immediately. Customers don't have to wait. Hail. Awesome. That is yeah, and they have a good track record. The Wheelers do, so that's good to hear. So yeah, I'm all for that.
I like their pin-up style, just to say something nice.
No,
That
Mindy's got great art skills. I like her art a lot. I've always liked her art. Like even when I joined CG early on, and I saw that she was part of the movement early on, and I was a big fan of her artwork. So, um, she's perfect for the cheesecake stuff. So yeah, I mean, sure, absolutely, absolutely. And
my,
I
my
liked her pumpkin head, which I still have. So that was dope. That was really was dope. Oh look, my good friend Georgina Floyd. Hail Georgina Floyd. He says Guten Tag and she.
yeah, it's more like Guten Morgen. It's 2 in the morning.
Does Germany not do Christmas?
Oh, we do Christmas. We are a very Christmassy country. We celebrate it. Maybe not in the American kind of way, but we have nice Christmases here.
Okay, so that says someone is EFAPing someone's part one of a CG documentary available on this channel. Someone who has issues with horses and anatomy himself criticized someone else's BSS and drawing skills. Well, they can take a they can take a number good in line with that because who hasn't criticized my drawing skills? So it is what it is. Believe me, it is what it is. So it's fine, And this is a field. This is a area where a lot of all artists get their drawing skills criticized. Some praise, some not. It is what it is. You have to respect the atmosphere if you're going to get into this. And I'm not going to get upset about it. Mass Vanna says that's great. It's going to be awesome not to have to deal with pain in the ass printing companies that take their sweet time. Does it take up a crap ton of space? That's a good question. It's like Rosmunde Picture movie, Pilter, Rosmunde
Oh my
Picture movie.
god, I know what that is.
Oh, you want to fill me in?
It's a German way of doing telenovelas in the most boring way possible. It's
Oh,
the shit. It's really not good. It's if you want to laugh about German culture and stuff like that, watch those movies.
wow.
Not not even the women look good in that movies.
We have a lot more equipment than just the press. We also do 3D prints, metals, tolls, trades, you name it. So yeah, the entire office. Nice. Very nice. So so let me scroll down the chat. Let's see.
It's astounding that some people in this indie sphere do the right decisions.
Oh, it's my good friend Edwin Boyette. Hey, hello Edwin. He
Hey,
said,
Edwin.
"Was I cool to you when you asked to get on IndieCron back in the?" Yeah, no, you listen. You were a gentleman to me back then. I DM'd you and you informed me how to do it. It required me to have, of course, either the book completed or the campaign set to launch, which I didn't have either yet. So once I was able to get the campaign launching or had a date set, then I was able to get back to I think it was Pixel Trader and have the IndieCron thing set up on my end. So Those are good days. Those like the days when I first joined CG. Those were like really good days. Um, but of course that the good stuff didn't pan out as well. So, but yeah, no. Shout out to Edwin Boyette. Shout out to you. Always a gentleman, and I'm always good for having gentlemen in my circle that just want to chill. Oh, look, my good friend Michael Bancroft is in chat. Hail, Michael Bancroft, one of the most chill people in our field. He says, "How many views do you have in your CG video now?" Oh, it's almost near 500, and I've gained a couple subs in the last hour, by the way. So, yeah, I've gained quite a few subs in the last hour, and yeah, people are watching my video right now. I'm getting a lot of comments. So, and as I said earlier, as I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to be as objective as possible, and that means that a lot of people may or may not be happy. Some will be happy, and those same people may not be happy with certain things that I'll say in the video. But it's my memoirs. It's just detailing what happened, what's going on, and how it went down. And at the end of the day, I walk away. If I walk away from this, I walk away with good feelings because I learned a lot and I gained a lot. But at the same time, I also have to be responsible for my own circle and go from there. You know. Colin Laming says a lot of Germans immigrated to America in the 1880s. My great 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 grandpa included. This is true. Yes. Oh wow.
I heard Texas is basically German
It might as
because,
well be. Yeah.
because they were so many German immigrants who immigrated to Texas.
Michael Bancroft says I met Yanzi. She was very nice to me. So when you meet
That
people in person, they tend to be different than they are on stream. I definitely can say that. Like they are nicer. And I think just because we go on the internet, we go on the streams, we tend to be a certain character. But all that changes when you meet people in person, and that's how you know who you're really meeting beneath the exterior. So
Yeah, but Michael Bancroft is a nice guy, and I think everybody is nice to Michael. Who wouldn't be nice to Michael? Because if you would be rude to Michael, you would be an asshole.
true, true, true. And I think with Bancroft, it's not so much being nice; it's just being kind, no, being class, yeah, classy, like just being chill. And that's something that a lot of us creators can learn and grow with. Just being chill, being classy, because you can get a lot out of people with just talking and just putting down the exterior and just having a dialogue conversation. You know,
Maybe it's just that Mr. Bancroft is doing his stuff, and
yeah,
does his stuff pretty good,
he
and
absolutely is.
he's lifting other people up in the process. So that's a good thing.
Okay, now can you spell this out for me? What is Woodrow saying here?
He says good morning and shit.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Scheiße is shit.
Sinterklaas, yes. Santa Claus is Sinterklaas in German, yes.
Uh, it's more Saint Nikolaus, which means Saint Nikolaus, because we have we celebrate Saint Nikolaus on the 6th of December.
So we have Ibrek from the Fag Circle saying Helmut.
Oh God, are they both in here?
I just see Einbrecht right now, so I don't know. I don't see Prime, but he might be here somewhere. I don't know. Oh, Colin,
Yeah.
he says we actually get our Christmas traditions in America largely from German Dutch traditions mixed with British traditions. Oh, here's Prime, being cute. See, I'm trying to run a stream, Prime, and you're derailing it with this degeneracy. Not cool. Not cool at all.
Are they here because of me?
I think so. See, they're not here because of me, so they have to be here because of you.
Oh God, I'm terribly sorry, Lesmet, to lead those two to your stream.
No, it is healthy it is good for their mental health to leave their caves. So if that's what it takes, then so be it.
Yeah, watch less children cartoons from Japan, my friends.
Yes. Here's Michael Bancroft again. He says, my kids are 1/4 German. In the morning, I sang to them, Guten Morgen, Guten Morgen, Guten Morgen, wir laufen uns sau. Zoo. Did I say it right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was pretty good. It means good morning, we laugh at each other.
Okay. Is my audio still good? I'm behind like 6 minutes in the chat. There's like 80 people. Holy shit! Is that 80? I'm behind 80 people. Let me speed this up a little bit. Hold on. Let me go back up a little bit. Let me go. Sorry guys, I didn't know that I was that behind in the chat. So here we go. Okay, I'm gonna skip all the conversations about the German tradition and the all that stuff. Not because I don't want to, but there's a lot going on, and you know. Oh, I'm Prime says he's here because of El Cid. Hail the inactive. Hail El Cid. Hail. Lady Shadow. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I didn't forget. She reminded me, which is actually part of her why she's so sexy. She says, "I'm German, Irish, and Cherokee."
Are you okay?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just reading from the chat. That's what she said. So there you go. So yeah, this is Gary Figari. This is from a page from Lardo's Night Out in the Town. Lardo's Night in the Town from the New Funny Book number 2 from 1977, 1978. 1978 was when I was born. And here we go. So let's read this. It says Gary Figari was a mysterious U.S. alternative comic artist who flourished in the late 1970s. He created a few short-lived series. Lardo, The Adults, and Uncle F, published in the Funny Book, and its follow-up, The New Funny Book, 1977 to 1978. So this is an excerpt from that. This is in the thumbnail. I like how he draws those faces on the women. Remember what I said? Like you can tell the artist by how they draw the women. But let's look at the life and career. This is what stood out to me. It says little is known about the comic artist Gary Figari. His graphic style shows influence from Basil Wolverton. Remember Basil Wolverton?
Yes.
Yes. It's funny because the inking style definitely reminds me of Wolverton, especially like with the cross hatches. So that's a little Wolverton right there, which adds like shading and it's good for like keeping everything from being solid. Figari worked for Full Horn Productions, a publishing company established in 1975 by Larry Fuller and Ray Horn. In an email to Lambiek, Fuller explained that Figari was a very shy person. In fact, he never even met him in person. All that correspondence was done by letter. God, those are simpler times. What do you think about that? Simpler times.
It was in a time where internet didn't exist, mobile phones didn't exist, and it was easier to be anonymous, even if you have worked in such a field as comics. And maybe that was a better way of doing comics.
Well, Colin is asking. He wants you to explain to the audience about Zwarte Piet.
That's a Dutch thing. That has nothing to do with Germans. Zwarte Piet is a black guy who accompanies Santa Claus, but it's a Dutch thing. It's not a German thing.
Oh, okay. So you guys got a little bit of culture in this stream.
Yeah,
culture.
I like that.
Guidance Room says I'm North Polish. Is that Polish or am I just over
North Pole-ish? So he's a Christmas elf.
Oh, okay. We have Net Ruprecht. What does that mean?
That's Krampus. The German, Austrian, Switzerlandish Krampus.
I have a Dutch copy of Spider-Man issue. They call him Spinneman.
Yeah, Spinne is in German spider.
We have no, but only because we Americanized our Christmas traditions by the time I was born. My dad told stories of doing things like that. So there you go. Bill Watterson got it right. Dude managed to avoid the public like the plague. Yeah, you know what? Like I said, the best example of this was there's actually a couple, but one for One Punch Man, the artist for One Punch Man, he only posts his pictures on Twitter, on Japanese Twitter, and he doesn't engage with the community. He doesn't engage with customers or people. He just puts the stuff on there and he falls back. And I think there's another mangaka. I think Ipatu, not Ipatu. Ichitombo, the artist for Handyman. I think he's also pretty reclusive too. Very, very. The mangakas tend to be very in their own way mysterious. They put their stuff on the internet. They fall back. They don't engage as much with people, and it's healthy in that they don't get into drama. They don't get involved in quote unquote gay ops. So
I think it has mostly to do with the Japanese culture.
It's such a
And
wonderful culture. Yeah.
yeah, and that plays into the fact that most of the mangakas are shy and
Mhm.
not so in public.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So, let's see here. Okay. Oh wait, what is Divinity Comics saying here? People throwing German at me all of a sudden. Deutsch. What's he saying there?
The family of his mother comes from Munich, and their surname is Warwick.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. So we have a lot of that in the chat. Awesome. Cool. So Lambic, this is a little bit about his book from 1975, the Funny Book. It's called the Funny Book, an underground comic book. I want to find. I gotta see if I can find this. Written and drawn by
It's
Gary
very
Figari.
expensive. Sorry to interrupt you. It's very expensive. You pay up to 90 to 100 bucks.
You know what? That doesn't surprise me. That really doesn't, because if you look at all of Vaughn Bodie's work, like if you wanted to buy some, they're pretty pricey too. Like you
Yeah.
can't find anything affordable when it comes to Vaughn Bodie's book. So, considering that this guy is pretty mysterious, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like that pricey. So it features 3 stories. Lardo, which revolves around a huge hairy beast, which we just saw up here, presented as the fattest guy in the world. His colossal appetite and lack of brain capacity constantly get him into trouble. Uncle F stars a stereotypical old hillbilly who was all that much brighter than than Lardo. The final story, Mac the Hag pokes fun at an ugly old wife, much like characters in Basil Wolverton's comics. Figari's heroes are grotesque, disgusting, and ugly buffoons. The comedy balances between gross humor and witty stereotypes. So yeah, we showed this here. Let's see if there's any more of his artwork here. Yeah, here we go. So let me just. So this is from the funny book. So you can see the example of how grotesque it is, but look at the inking style. It's definitely like the line work. I won't say the line work is definitely R. Crumb inspired, but the inking is more Basil Wolverton. So, for sure. Michael Deach, he says, douche. Can you spell those 2 words out for me?
Struwwelpeter.
Okay. It's the most terrifying children's illustrated book ever. The amputation story is gruesome. Really? Have you read that?
Yes, and I had that book as a kid. I know what he's talking about.
Is it a good book?
It's a book about morals and what not to do as a kid, and it's very graphic for a kid book.
Oh. Well, well, I mean, I'm sure that it hardened them, so it's good.
I found it very harsh as a kid, and
Ah.
and my mother too. So we put that book away.
JB Styler says, I like Arina Tanamura's little one-page comics about her day-to-day life at the end of the comics. That's how I know most mangakas, by their little SD self-portraits. So Henry Bemis says, Japanese culture isn't that wonderful. You know, the whole baton death march thing. I mean, every culture has certain things that are not pretty. Like we look at other cultures, like with with rose-colored glasses, they say. So I think of Japanese culture, I think of it as something peaceful, something slow paced. But I'm sure there's things about it that are like, oh no 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 no. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's go down more. You can see the Basil Overton influence, says Henry Bemis. Yeah, that's what I picked up. I picked up like helmets. I picked up the Art Crumb influence, but yeah, I definitely see Basil Wolverton too. So for sure, absolutely. Guy assumes Alaspet's arms are this hairy too. How do you know that? Oh, wait, hey, how does he know that? You don't know that. Doxing my arms and shit. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? See, like I'm trying to give a stream helmet. Like I'm putting this up there. I'm giving entertainment and content. And this is what they throw at me. This is what they throw at me. I'm not allowed to enjoy this helmet. I'm sorry. Helmut. I'm not allowed to enjoy this.
That's the dark side of the parasocial relationships of the internet, my friend.
I know. I get it. Now the panda says, hey, oh, I'm sorry. He didn't say, hey, he says, his line art looks pretty labor intensive and tedious with all the wrinkles on his face and the hair all over his body. Even though it looks cartoonish, I imagine these panels took a while. I'm glad you pointed this out because even in simplicity, you could still create something complex. This is a perfect example of the complexity when you do simplistic line drawing. So some elitists can look at this and be like, "Oh, his anatomy's all off. Like he's got no neck. Look at his like, there's no way the bone structure would support that." They get very anal when it comes to analyzing anatomy and stuff like this, but you're not meant to analyze anatomy or get scientific with it. You just judge it on its own merits and then go from there. And then appreciate for what it is. This is Lardo. So um, let's see here. So although Gary Figari was a prominent artist in all three issues of the Funny Book series, no further publications are known by him. So this is really all he's did. All he's done was this series, the Funny Book. Let me see if I can get more art from that book, the Funny Book. Actually, before I do that, let's see if there's anything else that may have been put out there by Gary Figari. Gary Figari art. Let's see if I type this up. And let's see, what is this here? Gary Figari collects comics. Let's see. The new Funny Book. Yeah, these are not some of his books, but yeah, I think this is where you're gonna see his stuff is in this. So he's really a man that has done one book, well, three books collected into one volume, and that's it. He kind of like noped out of the scene. That's pretty envious. I like that. I see a double page spread of it, so let's go here. Here is let's see. Let's look at okay, that's all interesting. So that's Robert Crumb stuff. So that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Gary Figari here. So not Robert Crumb, but nice try though. Nice try. That was good. New Funny Book number 3. No, this is the new Funny Book. Yeah. So this is not to be confused with the classic Funny Book. They're showing pages from the I guess a newer version of it, which he obviously had no input in. Let's see. No, that's also not it either. Yeah, so this is how elusive his stuff is. Like you do a Google search and you won't find much. You find other things, but they're not really stuff that he did. Here's comicsjoint.com. Okay, here we go. So here we go. This is page 1 of the Funny Book. This is from Comics Joint, so you can see a little bit more of his art style here. So let me just go to the chat for a second. You saw my hairy arms? My hairy arms? Well, I am a man, so I'm supposed to have hairy arms, so that works. The Han and Tamatea culture, Japan, is both fascinating and respectful, but there is a coldness to it also. Yeah, that's what I say. Like it toughens you up as a kid. You know, here in our states, we're very babied, we're very pampered, tended to a lot, and when there's an opportunity to face something cold and rough and hard, life altering even, we're sheltered from it, and it doesn't help us mentally. We don't realize that until we're much older, and it's like, oh well, you know, I guess I could have taken that whooping, but I didn't, and as a result, it's not. The hardships of life are not registering. I'm going off a tangent, but there you go, Helmet. This is the first page of the book. So yeah, that's why. This is why his stuff is only going, not only, but it's pricey. He's only got this and nothing else.
The art on the front cover looks a little bit like the Eerie Comics Crypt Keeper stuff. I mean, the characters he's showing off, they remind me of the old Crypt Keeper art.
Right. Yeah.
And to see this in this style in a modern, in a more of a modern thing, I think some artworks from SpongeBob look a little bit like that.
Wait, how much to transplant my arm hair to your head? Oh, my arm hair to my head. Why would I do that? Why can't you accept me, KSS, as I am? Did you see this? Helmet, you saw this, right? He's body shaming me.
Do you have really that much arm hair? I thought the only guy in indie comics with arm hair is Eric July.
I'm definitely not that hairy, but I mean, I have hair. I mean, look, I'm a man, so I'm gonna have hair, but I'm not. I don't have Eric July hair. That's hairy. No, that's not me though. Not me at all. Mazepana says there's something endearing and organic about artists of the past hand drawing even the title of the book. I'm sorry. I wonder how the community would react to this style of production if it came out today. I'll tell you how they react, Panda. They'll call it shit.
Yep.
They'll call it shit. You know what? You see it right now with my book. Let me. I'm going to do a little plugging. So allow me to plug because I can do that. I'm allowed. So this is my book, Beezus and Rory Drake, to the people who've already seen it, but I'm acting like you haven't seen it. But so here you go. Yeah, this is So look at the artwork on this. This is in the interior of the art of the book, and I've had people tell me, I have people that appreciate what I'm doing and understand what I'm doing and judge it for its merits. And you got those that just flat out say, "Oh, this book is shit." And it hit me because in the beginning when I came into CG, and I started showing the artwork. Now, granted, the artwork that I came in with in the beginning that improved over time, so there was a lot of growing I was doing and a lot of changes that I made. But still, I was like, why are they being this harsh? It's like I didn't come in to say I was the second coming of anything. I'm just doing my thing and putting it out in the market and just seeing who's interested. But there is a harshness within artists, and I was gonna say creators, but specifically I'm referring to artists. Artists that feel like it's got to be done a certain way, and if it's not done a certain way, then you're not worthy, and you can't be doing this. And I'm going, well, first of all, number one, I did it. I wrote it, I drew it, I published it. So I'm going to put it out there and people want to buy it. I'm going to sell it to them. And I've been in the conventions the last couple of months and people have been buying it. I've had at least one sale per convention. So that to me, that's mind blowing. So people do enjoy the art style. They enjoy what I'm producing. I'm just merely putting this out there. I produce it. There is a spirit of comics like what Gary Figari is doing. The spirit is there. I'm just drawing a funny looking book with my own style with it. Some people will like it, some people won't. It's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna get mad at that. But it's very overwhelming. Like look like Narwhal. Narwhal's another good example. A lot of people in the art field and CG and all that stuff, they shit on Narwhal's work, and I'm like, you don't see how effective his style is. It's very the design of it is very expressive. See, good art is more than just line art. It's more than just how you color something or inking. It's how well can you tell the story with the visuals? How well can you express what is happening just with the expression of the artwork you put on there? If it's just dull, people are not. It's not going to be considered good artwork. Even my dog agrees, right? Right, Paisley? Even she agrees. So, but yeah, I'm going on about a tangent. But what did you say? What the hell, baby? I'm not reading that. I'm not going to read that. That's going to get my channel struck. So I'm not going to do it. Aaron Lepresti has some serious arm here, but he's Italian. Yes. I can't. He's Italian. I can't dispute that. That's a thing. He is absolutely Italian. He's fully Helmut. Helmut is half Italian, but Aaron is fully Helmut. So he's not half anything. He is pure Italian. Master Panda says, "Yeah, I actually remember coming across a video of you doing the cover of your first installment of Robo Warrior Drake, and you hand lettered the title, right? I enjoy that type of look. I hand lettered the title, but I ultimately had somebody do a redesign of the title." And I went with that because I needed to have something that was going to make the book stand out and the cover stand out. Because I'm all for having the covers stand out when you do comics. So I'm big on that. And I was looking at the the Jack Kirby Twitter account, and today they were putting out some of the covers he's done, and I'm like, man, that's a lost art. That is a lost art with when you do have a comic book cover and the characters are in the middle of an action, and then they have word balloons and stuff, and it's like they would summarize the story, and it's like a variant of that story on the cover. It's like, that's awesome. It's like it's a very lost art. It really is. I do not use 3D assets in stock photos. How dare you slam him? Like I don't
to say something about your art. there's a thing that reminds me about your art, and
Yeah.
that's early uh, 1900 German expressionism.
I love German expressionism.
And you see that kind of art that you use in Fritz Lang's movies like Metropolis, or Murnau's movies like Nosferatu, or Caligari. Uh, you can see that outlandish shapes, and that's what your work reminds me of.
I accept that as praise. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not bad. It's just the style that it reminds me of. It's not to talk down your art, not the slightest. But that's what I see in it when I watch movies like Caligari or Metropolis. I see shapes and styles that reminds me of your book.
So someone actually also likened it to Lynn Ward, and I did remember my stream on Lynn Ward.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yeah, they looked at the black and white, and I was like, yeah, it's Lynn Ward. So I'm like, yeah, absolutely, man. I take that as high praise, so I really do. Yeah, you guys, Eve having my video, and hopefully you guys enjoy that trip down memory lane. There's gonna be more to come. Not all of it's gonna be good, but stuff happens. So there you go. Okay, Master Panda says, haha, I really hate that garbage, but but if you say that around a comic YouTube, people act like you insulted their religion. What's he referring to exactly? Uh, you mean the 3D assets? Is that what you're referring to, Master Panda? Let's see. I don't know. I guess. I mean, look, comic artists, especially in the industry, they use 3D assets and stock photos. I mean, they got to get the book out. They have to get the book out. So who cares? As long as it looks good. Our good friend Angela Curry's in the chat. Hail, Angela Curry. Welcome
Hello,
here.
Angela.
Yes, welcome. We're having a decent conversation about Gary Figari, who's a very elusive person, very mysterious, as I say. And I was likening that to the conversation about people critiquing artwork that doesn't look like a Rob Liefeld piece. I mean, that's really the best way to put it.
That's a nice thing.
Yeah. If it doesn't look like it's drawn by Rob Liefeld, they call it shit. And it's like I hate that. I really do. I absolutely hate that. Okay. So Kay says a part 2 reportedly has Melissa Mork. He told me that I would mentioned as the king of the slums. So you know what's funny about the Melissa Mork stuff? I totally forgot about that, but I'm getting receipts on that. So I will be talking a little bit about the Melissa Mork stuff. That's almost like a CG creepypasta. In a way.
That's deep lore, deep lore.
Yeah, I guess I totally forgot about it, but when I saw the receipts, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about this. But yeah, I kind of remember. So yeah, I'll talk a little bit about that in the second video. So there's gonna be some highs in the second video and some very unfortunate lows, but fuck it, I'm gonna tell it. Did Fritz Lang direct M? Yes, he did. That was one of his best movies.
Yeah, M is a pretty good noir style movie.
Yes, with Peter Lorre. Peter Lorre was a great actor.
Yeah, he had this specific expression in his face with the bulging eyes.
Yes.
And the tiny bald head. It looked creepy from the get go, and it doesn't surprise me that he ended up in horror movies.
That is Helmut, Angela. You remember Helmut?
Yeah.
He hangs out in the chat. Well, he's my guest today on the streams, and maybe we can do this as a regular thing because I like feeding off of him. Yep, that is Helmut. See, I said it right. I said it right.
The root German.
I'm not a fan. Okay, convenient trends always take over. I'm not a fan of how bands now overproduce albums and fix everything, notes and vocals and etc. That's pretty much in all fields of entertainment. There's no sense to like embrace the flaws of the human hand when creating something. And look, with music is different because the music has to sound a certain way. You can't just allow it to have any flaws. But I get what he's saying there. Like certain people that create music, they and only they can hear something they don't like and fix it. Like the normie will hear it and they'll be like, "Man, that's awesome. Like that sounds really good." Memory lane is dangerous. Has a two-way traffic. You ain't kidding, Phil. You ain't kidding. That's absolutely. KSS says, I enjoy the German expressionism of the silent movie era. Hitchcock did it too. He studied under them. James Will was influenced by that when he did Frankenstein. The German expressionism. So He was that's why I think I like the first Frankenstein movie because you could see the influence of the German expressionism in his angles and the darks with the sets. So
To be fair, I liked always Murnau's Nosferatu more than Bela Lugosi's Dracula.
I think you know it's funny. Most people do. I think Nosferatu is a better vampire movie than Dracula. People remember Dracula because you know Bela Lugosi was good in the role and it was one of the first talkies and it left an impression on people. But as far as like vampire movies, Nosferatu is still the best. I mean,
Short, short,
that's my opinion. I'm not gonna tell you they're wrong if you think Dracula's better, but I just think Nosferatu is a better movie. of
I
its
have a
own.
short backstory to the Nosferatu movie. It was forbidden by the Bram Stoker family because they thought they uh, smeared the Dracula book, and it was forbidden. And only a few collectors had the B-roll of the movie, so that could be replicated.
You know, it's funny because most people don't know this that yeah, Nosferatu is an adaptation of Dracula. It's just they
Yes,
changed certain
yes.
names around for as you said copyright purposes. So they didn't want to pay the estate, so as a result they changed the names around and thought they can get away, they can skirt around that, but that didn't happen. So, um, but yeah, if the Stoker estate had the way, there would be no copies of that movie, and we would never have seen it today. It would just be a memory like that other movie, London After Midnight with Lon Chaney.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, God is
But
Real
that
says Angela Curry's the Queen of War campaign. When did
what?
that happen? Melissa Morrison was bizarre as hell. So yeah, once I start doing that part, I'm gonna go down that memory lane. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I peeped a little bit of it, and I'm like, geez, this actually happened. Like this should have been a sign for a lot of us to get out. Yeah, our whole society says Massive Panda is just fake in every regard now, and if you complain about the fakeness, you get called a hater or a boomer or some shit. Yeah, they shut you down. We can't have that discourse, Massive Panda, without being shut down. People just want to maintain a certain status quo narrative, and then when you challenge it, it's a lonely path when you challenge things. Trust me, it is very lonely. I totally get that. Um, M was an excellent film ahead of its time. It's an amazing movie, well
Interesting
directed,
topic, and yeah.
tough subject matter. So if we haven't discussed the plot of that movie, but it's a very tough subject matter. Um,
In the end, it's about moral
yes,
and good and bad and the things in between.
yes.
That's the whole message, and it's an important movie.
It is. I stand by that totally. It is a very important movie, and it was told with a lot of responsibility and care.
Yes.
So I definitely if you get a chance to check out Fritz Lang's M, I would recommend it. I've seen it more than once. It's a wonderful in how it's made. That's not the subject matter is not wonderful, but it's wonderfully made. It really is. It's one of the best movies ever made. So let's see. Going on more. Oh, I'm so behind. I got 60 chats I haven't gone to yet, so I got to skip ahead. So let me see. I'm gonna make sure I do a better job with catching up in the chat. As a fan, says, speaking of streamlining and perfecting, have y'all seen the Trick Serial Rabbit now? Now those have some kind of shitty Adobe Illustrator vectorized, bland commercial illustration nothingness. Art died. Oh yeah, it died in the early 2000s. This was when the Cal art style was introduced, and yeah, it's bad. It's absolutely bad. So KSS says not 1922's Nosferatu is better than the Bela Lugosi Dracula, though sunlight wasn't deadly to Dracula in the novel. It just made him weaker. You'd be surprised how the movies have influenced the lore of these monsters. Like, for example, the full moon lore of the werewolf didn't happen until 1935's Werewolf in London, which was Universal's first werewolf movie. And then 6 years later, they did Wolfman. But the full moon thing happened in Werewolf in London. Before that, that was not part of werewolf lore. So I'm smart, Helmut.
Yeah, it's fascinating because I love all these old movies, especially the Hammer movies from Great Britain
Yes.
with Peter Cushing and
Yeah.
Christopher Lee. I love them.
Yeah, I was on Universal Monsters binge from like a few years ago, and I'm like, man, these movies are really ahead of their time. Like they were so well made. And you know, at least with Frankenstein and Wolfman, there was that crossover of universes. Not so much Dracula, because it can be argued that that Dracula that was portrayed in those movies was not really the same one. Even a different actor too, but not the same one. So
It's a gentleman Dracula, and that
yes.
version doesn't exist in the book.
Okay, so it says yes. Alaska is correct about the full moon, and the silver bullet, I believe, actually comes from witches, not werewolves. Yes, yes, the silver bullet was another one that was added on as well. Actually, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, the silver bullet lore was actually first attached to vampires. I believe it was added. It was attached to the vampires legends first, and then later on, it got added to the werewolf lore. So, um, but and then the Hammer monster movies, like those are on in their own right, like just wonderfully made movies. You know, although my favorite Hammer horror movie is not even like considered like one of the best, but it's considered a fun movie. Is Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires.
Yeah, in Asia with Peter Cushing.
Yes. So for those that don't know, Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires was a co-production between Hammer Films and Shaw Brothers, the Hong Kong company that did the martial art film with the Five Deadly Venoms and what have you. So they did a collaboration, and that was considered the first horror kung fu movie ever made. Um, there's a whole story behind how it was made and so forth, but it's a fun movie. Not if you're looking for like a good Dracula movie, you wouldn't put that on your top list as far as good Dracula movies. You wouldn't even call it a good vampire movie, but together as a package, it's a fun ass movie. I definitely recommend it. Okay, so that says I love Hammer horror movies, even Captain Kronos. I love Captain
Ha!
Kronos.
Fun fact: the main character in Captain Kronos, is played by a German actor named Horst Jansson.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to sit back and watch that. Our good friend Lorenzo Sleesack in the chat. Hello, Lorenzo. Welcome to the stream. We're having a decent conversation. We started talking about Gary Figari, who's a mysterious artist. You know, I gotta find out why he what makes him so well, aside from the fact that he hasn't produced much work and has stayed reclusive, which I like that about him. That's what made me want to pick him above anyone else in my list, is because he he lives the American dream of doing his work and then just disappearing, which is a good thing. And it's healthy. But I've learned in doing a lot of these artists that the parasocial nature of what we're doing can be very unhealthy, and it can lead to so much uninspirational, unmotivating things for the sake of the art. Um, Helmets. I mean, Lorenzo says, "Hail Olasma and his co-panelist. My co-panelist Helmut. Helmut.
Hail, hail, Lorenzo! Always a
Yes,
pleasure.
you've seen Helmut in the chat, so
Yeah, and on Twitter, I guess we had some exchanges there.
Yeah, so
Nice ones, not nasty ones.
I, yeah. No, Lorenzo's cool. He's one of those guys you just like you can chill with. So, people that we can chill and get inspired and motivated with. That's something that's missing is the inspiration and motivation to just create. And looking back at these artists, it's like a reminder, a refresher course to stay the course and produce what you were here for. Produce that book, Alasmat. Produce the book that most of the people here hate, that people want to criticize the art with. Just produce it and have the people that buy it, have them entertained, have them enjoy it, have them like it, and have them keep going. So yeah, absolutely. So this is what I do. This is what I am as a creator.
I have a lore question to your book.
Oh yes, go ahead.
That guy who looks like Wingnut from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, what is he named, and what is this creature?
So this creature, okay, so I don't know how many people in the chat have read the first book. So, but all I'll say is this creature appears in the first book as a setup to this story. And here's what I'll say, because I don't want to spoil it. But this creature is genetically related to Road Warrior Drake. That's all I'll say.
What's his name?
You know what's funny? I haven't given him a name.
So it's an unknown entity.
Right. Because I thought about it, I was like, what name should I give him? And then I realized, you know what? because here's the thing that many storytellers do, and they kind of fall into this trap is they have to explain everything. Like everything in the book has to be explained, and sometimes when you tell a story, you don't have to explain everything. You don't have to show everything. You don't have to explain everything. A little mystery here or there is good because it keeps people talking. If you do all the storytelling, if you're given all the information, you have very little for the viewers or the readers to talk about. There's very little conversation. But if you give just enough and leave enough off, you give them enough to have a conversation about what if, and they give their own name, their own information, their own guesses. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna give this creature a name.
The
So
funny thing is, it reminds me of a Pokemon, and that Pokemon is also an unknown entity. It's called Hafnir. It's a flying thing, and it looks almost identical.
so can you say your name out loud, Helmut? Because Lorenzo he doesn't have a good hearing, and I can't
my,
pronounce your last name properly. So
my name, you find me on Twitter under the name Helmut Kirschken.
yes, you'll see him around Lorenzo. He'll like or retweet stuff. He'll interact on Twitter. He's also active in the chat too. So um, when
I,
you see
I,
him, then
I'm one of those persona non gratas to Comicsgate, Lorenzo.
yes, yes. And he's also my good friend. So he's not
Yeah,
personal non grata with me.
no, and that's the most important thing. The other thing doesn't matter.
A lot of the shit out there doesn't matter. It's having fun because the real world is what it is, and you want to have fun ultimately, and you got to step away from people that are not going to be helpful to you or helpful to your cause. So
I can get behind that kind of thinking. That's a good way to
yeah,
go on in life.
absolutely. So um,
So we don't know exactly what it is. It's a mystery, and it's a mystery that's interesting and will be kind of revealed in the second book.
well, you'll know who he is and where he comes from. You'll know that. You'll know where he comes from. So if you read the first book and if you read the end of the first book, you'll know who this creature is. You know where he comes from.
But don't know exactly what it is.
It has a form. It's got wings. So it has some kind of dragon like bat like form to it. But like I said, sometimes you don't have to explain everything. Sometimes you could just leave a little open.
Did you do the art on this creature marsupial kind of?
I mean, I did get my inspiration from bats, like as far as the face, and try to do my own interpretation of it. So
Yeah, I said once to you that I think it looks like a mix of Wingnut from Turtles and
yes,
Man-Bat from Batman.
yeah, I remember. I definitely remember reading that. Absolutely, I used to have him as a kid.
Yeah, me too. I love this character. Awesome, awesome Turtles
Yeah,
character.
yeah. So, but yeah, so you will know when you read the book how if you're at the end of the first book, you'll know, and then where this goes with the second book. Um, and I actually, and I really love how the second book ends. It ends so that if I don't get to do a third book, but I am going to do a third book, but let's say something happens and I don't do a third book, I think the ending of the second book is satisfactory enough for the epic story of Road Warrior Drake. I am doing a third book. Don't get me wrong. I'm doing a third book, but if circumstances happen, I think enough information has been given to give a general story of Road Warrior Drake. So, Beast Citizen Road Warrior Drake, as my good friend KSS says. So, I join in the spirit of other outliers like our good friend Gary Figari, who conversation has been interesting about the line art, the inking, you know. But
You can almost see that he's capable of doing more than what he did, and he
yeah,
did that
absolutely.
on purpose.
Yeah, because when you tell a story, right? When you tell a story, um, you decide what kind of art style goes with that story, and then you stick with that, and people are going to either like it or they're not going to like it. But you go with the audience or the target demographic that appeals to that book, and you do it for them. So And
It's
this
it,
and this kind of style, as we stated earlier, influenced by R. Crumb, they had an audience, like the underground comics movement of the 60s and 70s. They had an audience. They had people that were a fan of this stuff. So there was definitely people waiting to buy it and ingest it and consume it. And he's one of the lesser known because he's only had one title to his name. And also, I think also because he was influenced by Robert Crumb and the style is similar, he probably gets lost in the shuffle because his style, while it's good and you can see the strengths in it, it's not entirely unique. It's definitely comparisons are there, and ultimately all you can think of is someone like R. Crumb, which is a shame
yeah,
because
or Basil Wolverton.
yeah, it's a shame because you could tell he had all kinds of creativity there, and he definitely had skill. So he never got to do another book. I don't know if it's because he was disenfranchised by it, if it wasn't something he was interested in being full time with. Um, but yeah, this is his legacy to the comic field. Is this one book? Lorenzo says sometimes less is more. Yes, absolutely. Less can be more every time. It's just how do you apply it? How do you apply it? That is something that you have to learn. You learn it and then you go from there. You just practice it, and when it matters the most, you do it.
I would call that style the crows out style. And oh my god, do you kill your dog?
Hold on. Let me mute myself. Hold on.
Dog goes crazy. Should I
How
say
was it that
something?
when I muted myself, I had more people watching? What the hell happened? Did
They
you?
are interested in what happened to your dog because your dog sounded
No,
very angry.
no, I literally put mute, and all of a sudden my viewership increased. I'm like, are you guys telling me you don't want to hear me talk? Because I can make it happen. Hello, RJ Willie. Welcome to the stream. Nice. That's that. I don't think I've seen you around here, but welcome. Hopefully, you'll enjoy the conversation we're having. Nice, good conversation.
what
Um,
what I wanted to say before your dog went
Absolutely
nuts.
not, Carol. Absolutely not. Go ahead.
Uh, this kind of style that I would call cross out style or cross out style because it's crows uh, had a revival in the early 90s and late 80s. You remember Mad Balls and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
and the art and the artwork on those kind of children toys,
Mhm.
cross out toys, who they were called, remind me of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 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 you're right. You're absolutely right. Mad Balls. There was Boglins. I think was it Boglins? The hand puppets.
Boglins, Monster
Boglins.
in My Pocket, Trash Pack Bunch, Garbage Pail Kids. It was a whole plethora of Crows Out toys in the early 90s. And I had a lot of those toys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whew. That was we've been streaming for how long? We've been going on for. It feels like it's been longer, but it's not. It's
What,
only 9 hours
one and
20.
a half hour?
Yeah, usually I go for till about 10, but if I have nothing more, I don't go that long. But people are tuning in, so um, I like to stick around for a little bit. But also the conversation is good. I like having the back and forth. It's very good. I also think I haven't done any in between intros, so that is why the stream seems shorter than normal. Remember Scratch and Sniff? Oh yeah, who could forget Scratch and
Yeah.
Sniff? I remember those.
Or Ren and Stimpy had this Crows Out style, or Beavis and Butthead Mike Judge did this style.
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh yeah, they were all influenced by the '80s stuff. Like I talked about it with Gary. Who was it? Not Gary Panther. Was it Gary Panther? The artist that worked with Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all connected. They're all. It has that style that translates into the next decade with animated productions. Um,
The funny thing is you can see that nowadays in the SpongeBob cartoon. They have some sequences
mhm.
that take inspiration from this period of time,
Yes.
early 90s, late 80s. You can
Yeah.
see that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Even like Rugrats. Rugrats. It's a innocent cartoon, but the style.
Or do you remember Rocco's Modern Life?
Yes, I do too. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
Or Invader Sim from Joan and Vasquez. That
Yeah.
yeah.
Learn those. Do you remember Garbage Pail Kids? How could we forget? Those were great
Yes.
times.
It was awesome. I
Much
love
better than
those
Pogs.
stickers. What?
Much better than Pogs. I said what I said.
No, no, Pox were part of that culture.
No, the Pogs usurped it. They took from it and tried to usurp it. Very
Yeah,
hurtful.
but it was funny to play and to collect. It was awesome. It was a pop culture phenomenon. Don't laugh about me.
I'm
Pox were
not laughing.
awesome.
I'm crying for you. I'm breaking inside right now. My soul is shattered. I'm shaken up.
I can't understand your unfounded hatred for Pox. You are the Bart Simpson to my Millhouse, especially about that Pox.
No, I'm your Nelson to your Millhouse.
Oh no.
I'm gonna start point and laugh at you because you're a grown man playing with little frisbees.
The original Pox had their own character called Pogman, and the art was awesome.
But okay, all right, I'll humor you. Let's look this up. Hold on. Pogman, you said?
Yeah, I think he was called Pogman. He looked like the caveman from the Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Oh, so he's hairy. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Um, oh, that's. Oh, wait. Here we go. Wait, yeah, that's it. Oh, you're right. He does. Let me pull it up. Little deviation from the stream, but fuck it. Here we go. Is this who we're talking about?
Yes, that's Pogman.
Yeah, there it is. Pogman. This, my stream has been hijacked. There we go.
I love the art as a kid, and I still love the art of Pox. They should have done some comics about that. Not about Pox specific, but about that character.
So just to throw a little disclaimer, I am not responsible for anybody being groomed to go towards the pod culture. So I take no responsibility in what I just read right now in the. I'm sorry. I mean, it, no, it, I you can enjoy pogs. It's fine. It's fine.
And you can still buy them.
Don't show that on my stream. People are gonna hold me responsible for that. Don't do that.
No, Lorenzo Pox had their cultural height in 1995. And I was 10 years old when it was that, and I had everything. Power Rangers Pox, Alf Pox, Turtle Pox, WWF Pox. I had everything.
Wow. You really did have everything. Wow.
Yeah, I also had Boglins and Monster in my pocket.
I had a boggle. Those are fun. Monster in a Pocket. That I didn't have. I did not have that. No.
They were from Matchbox. Those were mystery packs with monsters in it.
Hold on, Phil. You don't know what you're saying. Take a minute. Take a walk outside. Smoke a cigarette. Drink a beer, and then come back and ask yourself if you want this.
Phil, they are. You can buy new boxes on their
Don't
homepage.
groom him. What's wrong with you? Don't do that.
I bought them. I bought them myself, Elasmet. You know that.
Phil is an esteemed member of this chat. Don't groom him. Let him be. He's an individual, autonomous being. Pogs were a 90s thing. Garbage Pail Kids definitely an 80s thing. That's how I experienced it anyway. Don't lump in Garbage Pail Kids with that. Those were better.
I can recommend the books from the company that did those Garbage Pail Kids stickers. They put on some collection books where you can see the whole art about those books, also about Mars Attacks and the Star Wars stickers.
I would definitely want the Garbage Pail Kids one.
Tops. The company is called Tops.
Right.
Yeah. and they sell books about that. The newest book is about the Jurassic Park stickers they did in the 90s. I have that too.
Oh, wow. Okay. There's some thrift shops where I live at that they actually have the original Batman '89 Topps cards in the pack. I was like, should I get it? Should I not? I'm like, because if I get it, I'm gonna open it and then it'll just lose value. But
Didn't they have had those disgusting chewing gums?
they did, yes, they did.
Oh, they tasted like shit.
Well, they were probably in there for months before you got it, so I would imagine so.
Yeah, especially when we bought it in Germany, it was years old.
An Italian family destroyed my monster in my house. My monster in my pocket Panini album.
Oh,
That's
that's
pretty bad.
sad.
So I'm getting lambasted by Lady Shebab because I tried preparing soup tonight and I put the pot on the stove and I wasn't supposed to, so the pot broke. So
That's some telenovela level tragedy, my friend. You should do
no,
a
this is
movie
not.
about
No,
it.
this wasn't telenovela tragedy. This is Seinfeld level tragedy.
Oh God.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be hearing it all night. But I'd rather hear that. Trust me, I'm good. So, we oh shit, I forgot I have Pog on the screen. Why did you do this? I invited you as a friend of mine, an esteemed guest. And
Because I don't understand your hatred for pox.
I don't hate Pogs. I just think they're a stain on humans' culture. There's a difference. There's a difference. My soup has gotten real cold. So I have it. I have a bad habit on streams on Thursdays, where I have my food prepared right before I do my streams, and then I can't eat it all because I don't have time to eat it all. And then as I'm eating it throughout the stream, it gets cold. So Lorenzo's doxing his age. He says, "I was likely a freshman in school when Pogs came out."
Could
When
be.
did
It
they come out?
was
In the 80s? Is that when they came out?
no pox came out. Pox are very old in their true form, but the pox that we know and talk about came out in the early 90s
Yeah.
and vanished 95 to 96.
I wish they stayed vanished.
You are gruesome. You are very gruesome.
I'm a
person.
good man. I'm here to save people. I'm here to make comics great again. I save people.
No, you make fun of my childhood.
I'm saving your childhood retroactively. German sensibility shines through as always, says Phil and Selma. So, whew.
but you can't deny that the art on the box is pretty good.
No,
Hello?
I mean it is good art. I do see the Captain Caden.
Your mic is
Can
dying.
tell me?
Say something, Lesmet.
My mic is bad.
For a second, it was kind of robotic and not always there.
Oh, that sounds like me. I'm usually not always there. So
I can believe that.
so here we go. Yes. Okay. So, but you don't know who the artist for this was, all right?
Yeah, and it's the original Pox always had Pogman on it.
Okay. Here we go. Let me look this up very quickly. The originator or the creator of Pogman. Let's see. Or the artist for it. I guess I should put artist in the search engine for Pogs. Let's see. I can't believe it. See, now the FBI is going to inspect my computer and they're going to see that I put Pogs in the search engine. Thanks, Helmut. Thank you.
Yeah, but I didn't pressure you to look after Pox.
Mitch Shower. That's his name. That's the artist behind Pogman. So it says Mitch Shower is an American animated director, writer, artist, and native of Oklahoma. He's perhaps best known as the creator of the seminal Nickelodeon animated show Angry Beavers, which ran from 1997 to 2001. Prior to this,
Oh,
Mitch was an assistant storyboard artist for the Ren and Stimpy show, Rocco's Modern Life, and Hey Arnold. What the fuck? So he had a career before Pogs.
I can now see that because the art on Pox looks exactly like Angry Beavers.
Yeah, yeah, because it had that Nickelodeon feel to it. So I read that Milk Caps predated Pogs.
Yeah, it came usually from Hawaii, and Pox it is a short form for some fruits that were in the fruit drink that had those bottle caps on.
Tiddlywinks. Do you remember Tiddlywinks?
Tiddlywinks. I only know Lemmy-Winks, but that's something entirely different.
I don't know any of these. I don't know what a Tiddlywink is. I'm afraid to ask too. Like, I don't want to ask what a Tiddlywink is.
Tiddlywinks. I have to Google that.
I'm sure you will. And while he's googling that, uh, hit that like button so that I can escape the shadow ban, and I can escape from.
Oh, I know what that is. Lorenzo, yeah. That was a game with small plastic discs. I know that from my childhood. But it's played differently than Box. It's something harmless, Elasmint. It's not heinous.
Okay. Um, Fine. I'll look it up very fast. I'll see what a Tiddlywink is. Wait, is it Tiddlywink or Tiddlykink or what?
Tiddlywinks.
Tiddlywink. Okay, let's see what that is. Tiddlywink. You know what just popped up in my search engine? Tiddlywinks versus Pogs. That just popped up.
Nice.
It's a game played on a flat metal mat with sets of small discs called winks. That's so it's a game. It's like a. Let me see. This is it. Yeah, this is We'll check here fast. I can't now. Here we go. Okay. So is this it?
Yes, yes.
The wood. I like the wood. The wood definitely looks fun. Elasma is a Pog. Pog is close. Don't you dare make that comparison, guy in his room. I'm a living, autonomous human being with my ancestors in my soul. Pogs are soulless little frisbees that think they're a pop culture phenomena, but they're not. They usurp garbage pail kids for Allah's sake. Come on, you're better than that.
We should put you on a POC.
I know you. I think you would want that. You would put me on a POC with a rocket on it and send me out of this planet, so you never have to hear or see me again. I get it. Tiddlywinks were a lot of fun. I played it at my grandma's house. How do you play a Tiddlywink?
It's I think it was flipping the discs.
How do you? I see. I'm afraid to ask because then you'll tell me, and I don't want to know.
I always thought it was a boring game as a kid.
See, if you say it's boring, then it must really be boring. So, I'm not a Pog bigot guy in this room. No, hold on a second. Okay, you know what? My gloves are off now. My gloves are off. I'm here to protect the integrity of our pop culture phenomena and our hobbies. And when I see something like a Pog, I have the right to call it out and to treat it as it is, to save the spirit of what brought us together. And that doesn't make me a bigot. It makes me a security guard. It makes me the keeper of the faith. I'm a white knight. I'm not a bigot. What's wrong with you? What do you think you are? What are you Helmut? Are you a Helmut campaign? Is that what it is? It is, right? Yeah, it is.
I would love a Helmut campaign, but I am a part of the Council of Mets, my friend.
I won't ask. Lorenzo says, I thought Aladdin was a B citizen, or was he merely B citizen adjacent? So Rory Drake is the B citizen. So I guess you could say I'm B citizen adjacent. That might be the best analogy I can give you.
That Beast Citizen stuff always reminds me of the last Toxic Avenger movie, which was called Beast, not Beast Citizen, Citizen Toxie, yeah.
And that was the one that was filmed in Japan.
Yeah. I remember the bathhouse scene, yeah.
It's even time Stroma movies were influenced by Japan culture. Like the Sergeant Kabuki Man was another one. I haven't seen that one, which I'm glad because they won the version that they released here in the States was a PG-13 version, but there is an R-rated version. So if I ever want to see it, I'll probably check that version out.
It's lots of nudity, but that's to expect from trauma movies.
Yeah, this may come as a shock to you, but I'm not a big fan of lots of nudity. I'm not really big fan of nudity in my films. Period. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of nudity in my movies. So,
Oh,
but
that's sad to hear because I like breasts in movies.
I know them. I like attractive women in my movies, but I'm not like on the nose with that. Like I just don't. I don't like. I get honestly. I'm at a point now where I cringe when I watch a movie, and let's say there's a sex scene that happens. I cringe now because I'm like, okay, is this necessary to tell the story? And most times it isn't, and it's like, so it's the director getting the kicks on, and I'm like, oh, I don't know about that, like kind of uncomfortable, if you get my drift.
I'd rather watch some naked ladies from the 80s than some overweighted danger hairs doing sexy stuff in the.
Oh, 100%, 100%. So I don't. If that's my option, I definitely will go with the option you presented. But, um, I'm just saying. Guidance is interesting. I agree for the most part. So he's asking for a variant of what? Big toys. Oh, you talking about that? Wait. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, the big jugs toys tiddlewinks. Why are you talking about these things? I'm just showing it for historical purposes. I'm not encouraging people to buy this. What's wrong with you all? You guys are better than that. Master Panda says our whole culture and society is just taking every single regard right now. And if you complain about the fakeness, you get called a hater or a boomer or some shit.
That's very deep.
That hurt my soul. That hurt my soul. See how easy that was to make up. Making up what? What is he talking about? Or what is he talking about? Oh, I don't know. Carry on. I don't care. You guys in the chat, you having your conversation. I just highlight it. And those of you that watching the replay, you watch it for documentation purposes, because why not? KSS says M was an excellent film ahead of its time. I agree.
So somebody should do a graphic novel about that movie. I think that would be nice. Maybe Bernie Wrightson would have done it pretty good.
It definitely needs. If I were to have someone do a graphic novel of them, it would definitely rely on the expressionism.
Yeah, I think if you would have to point out someone in our space, I would say Narwhal could.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Narwhal. He's perfect
Yeah.
because he's doing Nosferatu, so he'd be perfect for that.
Maybe
even I might get in trouble for saying this, but maybe even Donald DeLay could do the adaptation of M.
I don't think he knows that movie, to be
Probably not.
honest.
So, yeah. I play these nostalgia games sometimes called boomer shooters that are just like old 90s style FPS games. That's Guy in his room. I don't play these games, so I'm just reading it and I'm like, okay, well, there you go. What do you want me to tell you? I don't play with Pogs. I don't play with variants of Pogs. I don't play with mutant Pogs. I don't do anything with Pogs. I played video games when I was a kid, Tetris and word games, and that's it. I don't do all this like Call of Duty or Warhammer and stuff like that. I just play with action figures and draw comics. That's what I do. So Pogs is just out of my league. I'm sorry. I can't relate to y'all. I really can't. What do you want me to tell you?
They had also Godzilla pox, my friend.
You're not gonna groom me. It's not gonna work. I'm sorry. It's not gonna. Godzilla. No, you're not gonna groom me. It's not gonna work. Not gonna. Has Angela been christened new war campaign? That's news to me. Oh, I guess if you have a different opinion, war campaign. I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, Master Bandit says, speaking of streaming and perfecting, have you all seen the Trick Serial Rabbit now? Now it looks like some shitty Adobe Illustrator vectorized bland. Wait, didn't he just? Oh, you know what? Shit, I went. Oh fuck, I'm behind the chat. Holy fuck, how did that happen? I already read that. Hold on, I'm sorry.
You reread a lot of chats you read before.
Well, I didn't read this. Lady Shout Out says, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. So yeah, there you go. Griffin Baz says, oh, here you go. Our society is doing just fine. Have you seen the Hawk Twa girl? Excellence.
Oh God.
Ooh. Yes.
That's
No.
the ugly side of our culture.
Lorenzo's disappointed because he wanted Big Jug's tiddlywinks to be real. I wish I could say I'd share your pain, but I don't know. I don't know.
The funny thing is, if you would go to OnlyFans and type that name in, I'm pretty sure there's a girl with that name on.
See, now we're at night. I had to pack the stream with Pog Talk. See, this is how I compromised. Pog Talk. I had to do Pog Talk. Well,
For once, you talked about something that impacted culture.
well, here's what I'll say. Gary Figari, you didn't give us much in this lifetime. You didn't contribute too much for whatever reason. You chose to walk away from the scene after doing three stories of the funny book. You didn't give us much in terms of the Adventures of Lardo. Probably would have been fun to see, but you didn't. You chose to just keep it at 3 and walk away for whatever reason you did. We don't know the reasons. We haven't looked into it, but you did. And honestly, you probably made the best choice because you create, you produce, you put it out there, and if you can walk away from it, that's a good thing. That's very healthy. So hopefully, Figari, wherever you're at, if you're still with us, hopefully you've had a decent life. You've had a very fruitful life. And we remember you today and the contribution you've given us in the world of comics, in the world of indie comics, the underground comics, the ones that people look at will say, well, that's shit. And like, no, it's not. It's actually pretty fun to look at. It's very good. So well done. Very well done. JV is totally derailed the stream and he's asking, she's not that bad. Cash Me Outside Girl or Snooki were way worse. Oh, you talking about the Cocteau girl? What? Yes.
Who are those?
Oh, you remember the Cash Me Outside Girl?
No. Who's that?
That's like it's like all internet lore. That's she was that girl that came on Dr. Phil and she's like, Cash Me Outside, how about that?
Okay.
I don't want to show it here because I don't want to pull up my stream, but yeah, look her up. Just look up "Cash Me Outside" and you'll see it.
I will Google it.
Yes. Lots of high cute influencers out there, inspiring. I definitely sense the sarcasm there. So yeah, totally. But there are some though. There are definitely some for sure. Who's worse, "Cash Me Outside" girl or dudes waiting for her to turn? Oh, don't get guys. Okay, I'm gonna turn this into comics now. Check this out. Don't get me started on other fucking weirdos that were waiting for Chloe's what's that chick? Chloe Moretz, the girl that played Hit Girl in Kick Ass. Don't get me started on those dudes that were like totally feeding on her without really feeding on her and counting down the days till she turned 18.
Ugh.
Yeah, this is during the early days, like IMDb, when the IMDb had the message boards. There was you go in, right? Let's say you go in any day on the Kick-Ass message board on any day, and there's at least 1 or 2 posts talking about how cool she was, or like the countdown to when she turned 18. I'm like, you fucking dirty scumbags. The hell's wrong? That ruined my enjoyment of Kick-Ass because I'm like, fucking dudes will watch this and like treat her like she was a fucking woman. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm sorry. I cannot. So yeah, I agree, Guidance Room. Definitely the latter. They're weirdos. That's weird. 100% weird. There's probably PewDiePie video EFAP the Cash Me Outside girl. Did you?
I saw a picture by now. She looks like a trailer park tramp or something like that.
Yeah, she had quite the life. But,
I'm sure she has.
Okay, I think on that note, we will end the stream. Do you have any final words, Helmet?
It was a pleasure.
It actually was, despite the fact that you polluted it with Pog Talk. It was fun. It was fun. I think we kept it very focused, and I hope that people who watch this either live or during the replay, I hope that you come away inspired by it and motivated. I was very inspired and motivated, despite the circumstances that led to me starting the stream. I'm talking about like I tried to make soup and I fucked up with the pot and all that shit. It was bad. I was like, damn it, it's not the best way to start the stream, but considering all circumstances, it ended well.
It worked out, yes.
Yes. So,
and if you need me anytime, it's always a pleasure for me to be here.
Well, why don't you come back next weekend? Next week.
Okay, cool. We
Yeah,
we
let's make it a
we
regular,
can do
we'll
that.
make it a regular thing. That'd be awesome. We can have these conversations and you go torture me with your pogs.
Yeah, you can't get that out of me. It's too much to ask for.
Well, on that note, folks, thanks for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed the stream and enjoyed our time as we have enjoyed your time. And you know how we end it.
beautiful